Welcome you one more time to the Semaj MindSpa. We do this every day, somewhere between 10 o'clock and 10:30. We fluctuate a little bit, but to make sure that somewhere between this time, we can help to energize you with some fresh thoughts and some insights for the day. As usual, we take two issues. One, a topical issue, other, a continuation. The continuation will be around the whole issue of coping with the pandemic fatigue that we now experience. Today, we'll talk about step 3 in the coping process. And it's a very important process because we are all subjected to this. We have all been struggling with this for the last couple of months. But the topical issue that we deal with today, we couldn't let this day pass and not deal with the issue of Christopher Columbus. So that just as we talk about Christopher Columbus, just have in the back of your mind, just hearing Burning Spear classic, Christopher Columbus is a damn blasted liar. It was on this day, the 12th of October, 1492, that the first voyage of Christopher Columbus landed in what was considered the Americas, the New World. And this was where the enslavement of the native people of this region began, the genocide, the whole process of the colonization, the imperialism, the whole destruction of this part of the world, with us African people being brought into this. Now, there are people who celebrate Christopher Columbus, but I don't. And I don't encourage people of African ancestry, people who really are concerned about justice and truth and righteousness and so on. Yes, his objective was to convert people to his vision of God and also to subjugate them to his demands so that they would enrich himself, of course, with Isabella and Ferdinand back in Spain. So in this day, I remember, I feel the pain, I feel the whips, and on behalf of my ancestors, I say never again. Anyhow you forget your past, you're condemned to keep repeating it. Okay? So let's not forget. But to stay alive, we have to make sure that we survive this pandemic and the critical issues involved in it. The pandemic fatigue is taking hold of us, and we really have to find a way through this. Now, what am I proposing? I do believe that we are able to get through it if we deal with some critical elements. Now, one of them I'm talking about, step 3 today, is the whole issue of meditation. Ooh, why is my screen playing a little game here? Meditation. This is critical. Ooh, we're getting some, not sure why this is happening now, so let's come out of this and see if we can find a way to clean this up. Because the whole issue of if you aren't able to keep yourself focused, then the problems of the day take its toll on you. Serious toll. All right, this is what it looks like. This is what we're saying in terms of prayer and meditation, the critical nature of this. Dalai Lama says that if it can be solved, there's no need to worry. If it can't be solved, worry is of no use. All right, so there's really no space for worrying in our lives. We can find a way to get things resolved. Now, the ultimate communication process, folks, is prayer. Because prayer is talking to the universe. Now, some people refer to as God, some people Allah, some people Yahweh, whatever it is. But the universe is that generic, broad construct, that help us to understand. Meditation, on the other hand, is the listening process, the part by which we listen. So we don't just talk. And one of the problem I have with a lot of people, with a lot of time just talking, 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 talking. Hello, if you say God deaf, no, you need to listen. What is said in Isaiah? Even before they call, I will answer. While they are still speaking, I will hear. No, God not deaf. So that you don't need to all of that publicity, all of that public thing. God listens to your heart and not your lips. God can hear you when you don't say anything at all because he knows your heart. So some of them feel you can fool God by saying all these wonderful words, but in your heart, God knows who you really are. Listen in silence because if your heart is full of other things, you cannot hear the voice of God. So understand on a daily basis is how you replenish yourself. Do you know how to pray? Well, look, the first step is understand that all of us have an unlimited account with the Universal Bank. By your faith, you make your deposit. So that by your prayers, you can make your withdrawal. Huh? If God was like man, a lot of you get charged for fraudulent praying, attempting to achieve blessing by fraudulent means. Huh? Now, how does it work? When you ask God for strength, Lord, give me strength, God gives you difficulties to make you strong. Simple as that. You ask for wisdom, God gives you problems to solve to make you wise. You ask for prosperity, you get brain and brawn so you can work and eat the food. You ask for courage, God gives you danger to overcome. You ask for favors, God gives you opportunities. All prayers are answered. Now, meditation is the other part of the thing. Meditation is where the mind and body are rewired and relearning take place. Critical. One of my favorite Zen sayings says that you sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day, unless you're too busy, and then you sit for an hour. So the more intense your day is the more meditation you actually need. Meditation, there's a vast field of energy which contains all possible realities, infinite correlations. You can impact that. You can enter that. Your thought and your feelings can enter that space and draw on it. It's the mean for us to move beyond your analytical mind so you can access your subconscious mind and you can change things. Yes, in 1 Samuel it says, speak, Lord, thy servant hear it. Silence is the language of God. All else, Rumi said, is poor translation. In silence and meditation, wisdom finds you. Rumi says that I've been a seeker and I still am, but I stopped asking the books and the stars. I started listening to the teachings of my soul. Very important. Folks, whatever you metabolize transform you. So be careful of the unintended things you take into your mind. Be careful of them. Tomorrow, we'll go one step further in terms of what step 4 is in terms of coping with this global pandemic. Regular exercise. But understand the pieces that are in place. Understand that the things that you need to do to stay alive in this time. Very important. Just remember that in prayer, you talk to God. In meditation, you listen to God. And understand that space between your thoughts, that's where meditation enters that space and broadens it and allows the energy and the information that the university has, you can now access it. Have a wonderful, productive day. Till we meet again.